Welcome to the Redstone from A to Z series, where I explain everything about Redstone comprehensively for both beginners and advanced users. In this episode we go through the conductivity, which is a very important part of the Redstone constructions. Understanding conductivity determines the understanding of the work of the Redstone. Knowing conductivity also helps us acknowledging Redstone components. The Redstone components is a different topic, kind of the next step of the conductivity. So about of the Redstone components are in the next videos. To don't miss out and keep in track, subscribe now. Placement. When placed in the world, redstone dust becomes a block of redstone wire, which can transmit redstone signal. Redstone wire configures itself to point toward adjacent redstone power components and transmission component connection points. Redstone wire also configures itself to point toward adjacent redstone wire one block higher or lower, unless there is a conductive block above the lower redstone wire. If there is only one such adjacent redstone component, redstone wire configures itself into a line, pointing both at the neighbor and away from it. If there are two or more such adjacent components, redstone wire connects them in the form of straight, turn, T-intersection, or cross as needed. I came up with these names as they are easier to remember than by the roads. You're welcome, Mojang. When there are no adjacent components, a single redstone wire configures itself into a cross sign, which can provide power in all four directions. By right-clicking, it can be changed into a dot, which does not provide power to any of the four directions, Java edition only. Configuration. Redstone wire does not automatically configure itself to point toward mechanism components. The only exceptions are the back and side faces of pistons and sticky pistons in Bedrock edition. If such a configuration is desired, the other neighbors of the redstone wire must be arranged to create it. In other words, the redstone dust must be placed in a way that it would be pointed at the block's location, even if it was not there. Reconfiguration. When redstone wire is reconfigured after placement, it does not update other redstone components around it of the change, unless that reconfiguration also includes a change in power level or another component provides an update. This can create situations where a mechanism component remains activated when it shouldn't, or vice versa, until it receives an update from something else. A feature of redstone wire that can be used to make a block update detector. About of the block update detector in another episode. Conductivity. First of all, let's have a look at the list of the conductive and non-conductive blocks. Recognizing the blocks in the two lists help us to be aware of the terms and concepts. The list of the conductive blocks. This list contains the basic forms of blocks that share common properties of conductive blocks. All variants of these blocks, for example bricks, smooth, polished, cracked, etc., are also conductive. Barrier, andesite, bedrock, bell, bedrock edition only, big drip leaf, bedrock edition only, black stone, block of amethyst, block of quartz, bone block, bricks, clay, cobblestone, concrete powder, concrete, coral block, dead coral block, deep slate, dirt, dried kelp block, double slab, and stone, froglite, glazed terracotta, granite, gravel, hay bale, honey block, bedrock edition only, logs, magma block, mangrove roots, netherwort block, netherrack, ore, packed ice, blue ice, pumpkin, purple, redstone lamp, shroom light, shulker box closed only, slime block, soul sand, soul soil, stone, target, terracotta, and wood. The list of non-conductive blocks. This list contains kind of blocks as well that share common properties of non-conductive blocks. Block of redstone, composter, copper bulb, copper grate, decorated pot, dirt path, enchanting table, farmland, glass, glowstone, honey block, Java edition only, copper, ice, leaves, piston, slab, stairs, tinted glass, TNT. So, back to the conductivity. Redstone dust can be placed on conductive blocks. It can also be placed on some non-conductive blocks as well, as glass, glowstone, upside-down slabs, upside-down stairs, and hoppers. It cannot be placed suspended in midair, even with commands. The concept of conductivity in Minecraft. Conductivity is a block property that determines whether redstone signals can be conducted through them, in other words, powered. When conductive blocks receive a redstone signal, they are able to activate redstone mechanism components and may be able to power adjacent redstone dust. Conductive and non-conductive blocks also have properties not related to redstone, for example mob spawning and suffocation. Conductive blocks are often called opaque blocks because many common blocks that can be powered are opaque, for example stone, dirt, wood. Non-conductive blocks are often called transparent blocks because the most common example is glass. However, whether or not you can see through the block does not determine whether a block can be powered. Most opaque blocks share a similar set of properties, and most transparent blocks share their own set. Properties. Opaque full blocks, like stone, tend to be conductive, while partial blocks, like slabs, or transparent blocks, like glass, tend to be non-conductive. However, there are numerous exceptions. Many effects of conductivity are non-obvious. Minecraft does not have a single solid property for blocks, and for historical reasons, conductivity is sometimes used when a test for solidity is needed. The common properties of conductive blocks can be powered, prevent chests from opening when placed on top of them, suffocates mobs inside them, can cut redstone dust, prevent redstone dust from connecting vertically. Redstone dust can transmit a signal up or down a conductive block. Redstone comparators can measure block state through a conductive block unless its power level is 15. Other properties may include bats can hang upside down on conductive blocks, gas fireballs start fires on conductive blocks, minecarts bounce off conductive blocks if a minecart passes over a powered rail pointing into a conductive block. Mobs cannot spawn inside conductive blocks. Conductive blocks also play a part in the pack spawning algorithm, Java edition only. The common properties of non-conductive blocks: cannot be powered, don't prevent chests from opening when placed on top of them, don't suffocate mobs inside them, don't cut redstone dust, don't prevent from connecting vertically. Redstone dust can only transmit a signal up a non-conductive block, not down, Java edition only. Redstone comparators cannot measure block state through non-conductive blocks. Other properties may include bats cannot hang upside down on them, gas fireballs don't start fires on them, minecarts stop when passing over a powered rail and colliding with a non-conductive block. Mobs cannot spawn on the top of non-conductive blocks. Glass and glowstone are commonly used in farms to prevent mobs from spawning. Unique conductive blocks. As noted above, most conductive blocks are full solid blocks, with the exception of soul sand and mud, 7/8 of a block tall, mangrove roots, monster spawners, bedrock edition only, trial spawners, bedrock edition only, closed shulker boxes, bedrock edition only, and barriers are the only conductive blocks that can be waterlogged. Target blocks and jukeboxes are unique in that they attract redstone dust. Unique non-conductive blocks. Blocks of redstone, observers, and pistons are full solid blocks made of materials with the solid blocking property but are non-conductive. Non-conductive block placement behavior. Many non-conductive blocks exhibit their own unique behavior regarding what blocks can be placed on them and what blocks they can be placed on. For example, leaves are a full solid non-conductive block, but certain redstone related blocks cannot be placed on them. Redstone dust, redstone repeater, redstone comparator, button, lever, tripwire hook, rail, and its varieties. Redstone from A to Z series episode 2, the Conductivity. Here is a quick summary, and I'll see you in the next one. Be good, goodbye!